Hi guys, welcome to the Wealth Startup channel. We are a video book channel showing the topics about make money online with internet marketing. Please click the subscribe button to empower us to continue making more video books. Today's video book continues with the topic Email Marketing for Beginners, the best email marketing course. In this video, we're going to talk about Lesson 6, Optimize your list by targeting your traffic source. Lesson 7, Optimize your squeeze page sign-up rates. If you missed the last video, please click the link in the description to watch it later on, so that you'll have a full picture of understanding. If you also want to have the text version of this video book, you can refer to the download instructions that's stated in the description. Okay, let's get started. Lesson 6. Optimize your list by targeting your traffic source. Just because you have a large number of people on your list does not guarantee that you will make a lot of money. Many list marketers struggle despite having large, bloated lists. The reason for this is because they made the all-too-common error of believing that the more the merrier. That will not suffice in current email marketing. You must include the appropriate folks on your list. Otherwise, you'll have a slew of freeware downloaders on your list. These folks don't bother unsubscribing, yet the damage is still done. They're unlikely to open your emails and are much less likely to convert. How could they? They don't even bother to read your emails. Optimize your list by employing traffic source-specific tactics. To optimize your squeeze page and updates, you should start with free traffic sources as much as feasible. You should be able to collect enough information from free visitors to tighten up the incentive you're presenting, raise your squeeze page conversion rate, and maximize your email open rate. You certainly save money when you use free traffic to obtain this information. The disadvantage is that you'll have to devote time to this. You're still paying, just not in monetary terms. Instead, you're paying with your time. Highlight your offer by utilizing free traffic. Use brand-building material to pique people's interest in the importance of your updates. Continue to optimize your squeeze page and updates until you're certain that they can convert sponsored visitors at a sufficient rate. Targeting strategy for paid traffic. Once your squeeze page has been optimized by free visitors, you can begin experimenting with paid advertisements. Now, I'm not suggesting you go in with both feet and spend $100 each day on Facebook or Google AdWords. Instead, I recommend that you optimize your squeeze page and email list for sponsored traffic by making tiny, targeted ad purchases. Begin with $1 daily purchases. Take note of your statistics. Check to see whether individuals are converting at a high enough pace. Continue to fine-tune your squeeze page until your $1 ad purchases convert at a reasonable rate. After that, begin tweaking your email updates to increase your conversion rate. This necessitates a great deal of attention to detail. You can't afford to be sluggish about it. It's not possible to set it and forget it. You must pay close attention to your ad campaigns so that you may rapidly deactivate ads that are not doing well while boosting the amount of ad campaigns that are performing well. You must be proactive. You cannot simply sit back and spend money on bot advertisements. Believe me when I say that paid ad prices may quickly escalate, especially if you're not paying careful attention. At best, you'd be pouring good money after bad on unsuccessful efforts. Lesson 7. Optimize your squeeze page sign-up rate. I've touched on this subject briefly in prior phases. Nonetheless, because optimizing your squeeze page is so important to the success of your mailing list campaigns, you must take additional precautions to ensure that your optimization efforts are successful. It is critical that you follow the procedures outlined below. Don't overlook any details. Make sure you apply all of the stuff listed below. Else, you'll be throwing money away. You must realize that these optimization methods are based on the assumption that you have previously set up your squeeze page and scheduled your updates. It also presumes that you have already optimized your squeeze page to some extent. Here are some more optimization options to try to improve the conversion rate of your email list recruiting page. You shall receive if you ask. Make direct contact with the people on your mailing list. These are folks who have already subscribed to your list and are in the ideal position to learn about how to improve your squeeze page. They've already completed the conversion procedure. They've visited your squeeze page, clearly liked whatever they saw, and joined up. Now is the moment to approach them personally and solicit recommendations. Pick their brains about what you did well and what you could do better. Believe me when I say that now is not the time to presume that everything you've put in place is flawless. You must put your ego aside and solicit recommendations. There is always room for growth. Make sure you provide some sort of reward for the feedback. This is quite important. You must recognize that individuals have more important things to accomplish than answering your email. If everything else was equal, most people would probably just read your email and not bother responding because there's nothing in it for them. They have more essential things to attend to. You must make it worthwhile for them to respond. That being stated, you must exercise caution. Some people may provide you with shoddy or even deceptive information in order to take advantage of the incentive you're presenting. Make an enticing enough incentive for individuals to respond to your outreach. But it should not be so appealing that you receive phony results. What kind of feedback should you seek? Inquire about how you may improve your squeeze page. You must, however, break out the squeeze page pieces one by one. You can't just ask, how can I increase my email list recruiting base? That is just too broad. Instead, you must consider the many pieces that comprise your squeeze page. Am I using the correct graphic? Is the text simple to read? Is the value proposition underlying the incentive I'm providing extremely clear? Similarly, you should inquire about the caliber of the updates you put out. You should particularly ask your list members, what improvements should I make so that you would send my emails to individuals you know? Don't underestimate the power of feedback, since a straight line is typically the cheapest and most effective method to travel from point A to point B. Inquire with your list members, but provide an incentive. It's also critical to avoid jumping on the first proposal that comes your way. Examine the overall number of replies and pay attention to the most popular subject. If people continuously talk about the picture on your squeeze page and just a few people mention the incentive that you give, chances are you'll be able to enhance your conversion rate if you update your squeeze page aesthetics. Search for these patterns. Outlier reactions should not knock you off course. Caution. I wish I could tell you that all you need to do to increase your conversion rate is rely on people's immediate responses. Regrettably, that is not the case. When someone asks us a question, we often try to give them the response we believe they're seeking for in the back of our minds. This is always true. This is true across the board. If you utilize these tips to direct modifications to your squeeze page, you may encounter a slew of issues. You must pay close attention to the most popular responses. Following that, you must cross-reference these replies with the actual activities that individuals perform. Words are not as effective as actions. Please keep in mind that when you look at your squeeze page, you're not seeing it at a single cohesive piece. A squeeze page is actually made up of several separate components. There is an image of the reward, the text giving the incentive, the typeface, the font size, the colored arrangement, and so on. There are several factors that contribute to that page. Change each element one at a time, keeping conversion numbers in mind. Make a lot of different versions and then test them against your traffic. You should immediately see that at least one option outperforms the rest in terms of conversion rate. This improvement might be minor. It may possibly be 1% or a couple of percentage points. That's okay. You must isolate that variant and create further versions of it. Test all of the options to see if you can enhance your conversion rate. Continue developing changes, testing with the traffic, selecting a winner, and then producing additional changes until no more conversion rate increase is achievable. At this time, you should experiment with another aspect of your squeeze page. It is critical that you adjust only one aspect of the time. You may, for example, optimize the picture on your squeeze page. Once your squeeze page is converting at a greater rate, and you can't enhance it anymore, experiment with shifting the text around to see if it has a beneficial effect. Move from one element to the next until the squeeze page converts at a reasonable and predictable rate. Compare these elements' adjustments to the actual comments you receive from your list members. You should be able to develop a statistics-driven change approach using these two pieces of data. Otherwise, you'll be accepting your list members' remarks at face value, and it's anyone's guess if their advice will genuinely enhance the conversion rate of your squeeze page. Make use of social proof. There is one easy approach you can do to psychologically encourage individuals to join up your mailing list. Squeeze pages are something we've all seen before. There's usually an email field, a call to action, and a submit button. On the side, there may also be a nice-looking graphic. Unfortunately, These quiz sites are so ubiquitous that most individuals get numb to them after a while. People, on the other hand, may and do sit up and take notice when they realize that their other Facebook friends have joined the list. Alternatively, they may become marginally more engaged if they notice that a huge number of individuals on Facebook have liked the page they're seeing. This is known as social proof. Few people enjoy eating at an empty restaurant. They're thinking in the back of their minds that the food must be bad because no one is dining at the restaurant. On the other hand, if the restaurant is packed and people are lining up to get in, chances are people will want to queue up even more since all of these people can't be incorrect. Do you understand how group psychology operates? You may harness the psychology of social proof to increase the conversion rate of your squeeze page by including the developer code of the biggest brand in your niche on your squeeze page. Facebook allows you to insert a website's URL in the code it provides to display Facebook likes. Embed the code on your squeeze page to create the appearance that a large number of people already enjoy it. In fact, the method is so efficient that it displays the names of the viewer's friends as well as the names of thousands of other individuals who have loved that page. Leverage the social pool to offer the viewer the push he or she needs to join your mailing list. What exactly is segmentation? Segmenting your list subscribers entails dividing them into smaller sublists depending on their individual interests or preferences. That's the end of this video. If you also want to have the text version of this video book, you can refer to the download instructions that's stated in the description. The next upcoming video will be talking about Lesson 8, List Segmentation Strategy, Identifying and Working on it. See you in the next video. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.